What's up? What's up? It's your boy Dwell, aka Mr. J, aquí en la casa, coming at you sideways with another episode of Las Different Voices. You know, hopefully everybody's having a good time. Thank you for coming in and, checking out all my videos. Gracias to everybody who's been supporting. You know how it is, always coming at you sideways. Today I got a special guest. Kovian en la casa. What's up, Kovian? Kovian, right?
Kovian, that's
Kovian.
right.
Kovian or
Kovian?
Kovian, okay.
Kovian.
Cool. How you doing, Kovian?
I'm doing all right.
You're doing all right?
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, bro. Hey, thank you for coming through, man. I appreciate it. How was the drive for you, man?
It was cool. It's cool.
Where you coming from?
I live in Riverside now.
In Riverside. And man, pues thank you for coming. You know, hey, shout out to Larry the G for
What's up, Larry?
Thank you, Larry. You know, I put Larry's picture up there. He brought an album cover and I had to throw it up there. You know,
that's right.
So shout out to him for helping putting this together. I appreciate it. You know, and I had a good time last time. Check that video out. It's on there. You know, check out my SideWayz channel. So I got Kovian en la casa coming at you sideways. Man, we were chopping it up right now for a little bit, and we had to just sit down, mejor, you know.
Right. Lot of stuff to talk about.
How's the weather been, man? How's the weather been treating you?
It was cold yesterday.
Yeah,
it was cold. It was really cold. But I prefer the rainy weather. But when it gets rainy weather, it's kind of good and it's kind of bad. Cause when it's rainy, you don't spend money. You don't go out.
Or make money, right?
Or you don't you don't make money either.
Yeah.
But when it's nice and sunny, you get to go out, spend money.
So hey, I guess it has its pros and cons, right? Hey, I like it too. I like the rain, but like I guess if I look at it like that, cause I do construction. So yesterday I stayed home all day. I did stuff, but I didn't make money, and I didn't spend. I think I did spend money actually.
You spend money. You gonna spend money.
Yeah. But I didn't make it. But it's cool, man. I like the weather. What do you like better? Rain or sunshine? Rain and sunshine? I mean, sunshine or rain?
You know what? Yeah, I do like. I like the sunshine, but I also like the rain. So it just depends on your mood. Depends on your mood. If you want to be creative, you want the rainy weather.
Yeah.
But if you want to go out and fuck around, then you need the sunny weather.
Yeah. I agree. Well, yeah, I mean, hey, thank you for coming, man. Hey, Larry the G told me, get this guy in. He's an interesting guy. Get him in. And I try to be. I did go into your Instagram, and I see a lot. You know, like you said, he does a lot, and I've been seeing a lot, man, and that's cool. Hopefully, you know, we could get a bunch of what you're doing here today, you know, and squeeze it all in, because it looks like you do a lot. So
I'm a busy man. That's for damn sure. I'm a busy man. I don't think I like to be as busy as I am. I don't really like to be as busy, but it's just there ain't enough hours in the day, and there ain't enough days in the week. So trying to take over the whole world, it takes more than 7 days, and it takes more than 24 hours. You know,
takes a long time. You a family man or
my player day's over. I'm married.
Yeah,
I'm married. Have kids. Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not there no more.
You're not a player, but you crush a lot. Dice la canción.
A little something.
Yeah. No, está bien, man. Está bien. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man. We'll start right here. You said you're from here, Santana?
That's right. I'm from Santana. I was born. Matter of fact, I was born off of Clara Street. I wasn't even born in a hospital.
Oh, damn.
I was born on Clara Street in the back of a house.
Rancho status, huh?
Yeah, but it belonged to my parents. It was their pad. You know what I'm saying? And it was over there off of Clara, and I was actually born in the back of the pad right there in the back room, and born and raised Santana, OC my whole life, you know, with all the good and the bad.
Yeah, damn. How was it, bro? How was it? You went to just throw out a high school or junior high?
What
junior high or high school?
Junior high, I didn't hit didn't touch down here, but I did touch down. I went to New Hope for elementary, and then I went to Century High School.
Oh, okay.
Over there off of fuck, I don't remember.
Grand.
Grand.
Yeah, I went to Century.
I went there for a little bit, and then I went out to Vegas, and then I went to different high schools out there in Las Vegas for a little while. Came back to Santana.
Oh, okay.
I tried to get away for a while from here.
Yeah. Were you getting in trouble or what?
I was getting in trouble. And I tried to go over there to stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting.
It didn't work out neither.
No,
like
I got caught in more trouble.
Yeah. And how was that experience for you going over there to Vegas?
I think it was a culture shock.
Yeah.
Growing up in Santana, like, well, it was interesting because in between Vegas and Santana, I went to go live in Mission Viejo for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
My parents came up on some money back in the day. Well, yeah, it was, life was cheaper then. So it was easier to get a pad in Mission Viejo.
Oh, okay.
So we went to Mission Viejo, and then that was a culture shock because I went from hanging out with nothing but raza, and all I knew was raza, and riding bikes because none of us had air conditioning or pools or anything like that, to going to Mission Viejo, and then it's all white people, and they have pools and computers. So next thing you know, I was like, man, this is dope as fuck.
Yeah.
They had everything. These motherfuckers would go spend time at the YMCA. I was like, man, what the fuck is that?
What is that, bro? Hey, what
that?
is that actually? What is it?
But then
I don't even know what it is.
I couldn't stay out, and then we came back to Santana. She wasn't right. And then went to Vegas. And Vegas was an interesting place for me because Vegas was like, you got to understand, this is like mid-90s. And Vegas was not the Vegas you know now. And I mean, it was very different, very, very, it was a culture shock. And then I never had grew up around black people. Santana, we didn't grow up around too many black people. You know, you had a couple areas that had morenos in it, but we weren't too familiar with them. You know what I'm saying? It was like something you saw on TV. And then I get to Vegas, and I was like, whoa, like there's life outside of Orange County.
Yeah.
And that was pretty heavy for me.
Dang. How much time did you spend there?
You know what? I bounced back and forth from Vegas and California for about 17 years.
Oh, okay. You and how who were you staying with over there? Family or?
Yeah, no, we were doing pretty bad, dog. We had lost everything. We weren't doing good no more. We had lost everything. My family was doing well here in California in those early times because of property was cheap and we were able to sell and get a lot of money. But we went to Vegas. When we went to Vegas, we were sleeping in a car. We lost everything. I had 2 older parents, and we were just to the curb. And when I get to Vegas, not knowing where I was at that point in time, I was somewhat still young, and so I knew about slanging and hustling here because that was just a natural element of my environment. But when I got out there, it forced me. Like from here, it was all about buying shoes and buying some pizzas from Pizza Loca with the homies.
Yeah.
To now, I gotta help pay with rent. I gotta help pay with electricity.
Oh.
I gotta help pay car insurance. So I went from fucking around to now it's serious.
Damn. And in that meantime, you know, did you get into drugs?
You know, I tried dope just as much as the next motherfuckers that fucking with dope did, but I didn't like it.
Oh, okay. Good.
I didn't like it because I was in such a state of poverty. I was so poor.
It was pretty hard then.
It was very hard. So
for someone to say that, it's hard.
So for me to like when I was smoking leño with the homies, I would sit there and be like, if I smoke a leño right now, this is gonna fuck me up So I'm not gonna be able to go out and go steal a car stereo. So it was that reason that I couldn't fuck with dope, because my brain had switched into this level of I gotta go get money and I don't have time to fuck around. Even though I wanted to, my brain wouldn't let me, because I was always on this urge of I gotta get money. I gotta get money. I gotta get money. My parents are old. I gotta get money for us.
Yeah, that's pretty hardcore, bro. Like I've talked to a lot of people, and people will tell me, hey, you know, it's hard, but you're the, you know, I never heard no one say like I gone through poverty, you know, like that. I heard people say I've been on lows, but you know,
No,
I haven't heard that word coming out of a man's.
No, I was I think that's why now that I have money, I have a pad, I have all kinds of things. I think that level of humbleness that when I was younger, like I had to go through that. I feel like that balances me out. Like I won't ever, like I don't come off, even though I got a lot going on or got whatever I got, I won't let it interfere with how I really feel, because I struggle so bad. And you know, don't ever think you're better than anybody, because it was so hard to come out of that. I'm just grateful to just be able to be in the position that I am now, and that keeps me humble.
That's cool, man. Pues qué bueno. Cause right now I see your Instagram, and man, it surprises me. I'm like, man, I have a good question I'm gonna ask you, and I'll ask you probably at the end of the, or a little bit later in the stage of this.
All right.
But what got you to react in a different way, like saying it's time to switch it up, pretty much?
So it's interesting. I'm gonna get a little spiritual on you, and I don't like to get spiritual, because I believe in God, but I don't believe in praying to God.
Okay.
Right? I don't feel like I feel like in a sense where I'm a big believer in God. Don't by no means take it any way, right? But I'm also a person, I don't like to pray to God. Yeah. In a sense where it has nothing to do, it's just I feel like if you want something in life, all the praying in the world and all that, like you have to make it happen. Okay? So I'm a firm believer of just go out and getting it.
Cool.
So I remember being stuck in the streets. I remember I was slinging dope. I was running back and forth from California to here. I was cooking crack for a lot of people, because I know how to cook crack.
Oh,
right? I know how to cook rock. I know how to take a big amount of coke and flip it into rock. Oh. Okay? I know how to do that. A lot of people don't know how to do that. I have that special skill because people would pay me to do that. So I remember we just kept getting hit by the cops. I was constantly getting shot at. Everybody was trying to rob me. I'm doing robberies.
And was that here or in Vegas?
That was between here and Vegas.
Okay,
so it was really
anywhere,
bad.
Pretty much
everywhere, yeah, because everywhere I go, I'm in the mix. And anytime you're in the mix, bad shit follows, right? So I remember one day I get to Vegas and I brought back black. I brought heroin back to Vegas. I take it to the spot, and before I could drop it off, they get hit by the narcs. So I got all the dope on me. So the people I'm supposed to give it to, they're no longer around. Oh, so now I'm sitting with it, right? So I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm going to take it back to California because I'm going to get myself into a wreck. I come on my way to California. They get knocked. But from something else.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I got the dope. I'm just running around. I really have no sense of direction. Excuse me. I have no sense of direction. I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm just running around. I'm slinging dope. I'm dropping here, dropping that. And I'm sitting in a car with a homeboy in an alley in Vegas. Guy pulls up next to me. They try to rob me. And I can't get the dope from me. Because they think I'm actually carrying the dope in my possession.
Yeah.
But I'm carrying balloons in my mouth. So I swallow them.
Oh, shit.
So homeboy just starts shooting at me. Pop, 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 pop. With the 38 special. Hits the whole door. Hits the passenger door. So that night, I go up to the view. Anybody from Vegas will know the east side of Vegas has like this crazy view that you go and look at the city, right? And I went up there that night and I was thinking to myself, I said, hey, God, if you're real, I need somehow, some way, I need him out of this mess. Because I don't have any friends or anybody that could do anything for me. My family was poor and I just didn't have anything. There was just nothing. There was just no way out of this for me. Like you know what I mean? I just had nowhere to go. Then 2 days later, I get arrested. Oh. And I get sent to the pen. And so now I'm sitting in pen, but I'm still a knucklehead. I still don't see it, right? I don't see, like, I got removed from the streets. I got my prayers answered in a way I didn't like, right? So now I'm sitting in prison and I'm still a knucklehead. But it wasn't until things didn't change for me until about, I want to say about the last year of my sentence. I'm busted, I'm upstate, I'm sitting in the pen. I'm California time, Nevada time. And then I'm just like, man, I'm fighting the ex-felon in possession of firearm, going to the feds.
How many years was this?
It's several years, man. It was a long time. And then I'm sitting there, and they put me in a shoe. I'm a fucking knucklehead. I don't care, and I'm mad at the world for reasons that's not fair to everybody else, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting in prison, and then I started talking to people. I started like cutting hair. And I started talking to all these people in the system. And everybody I was talking to was never going home. Everybody I spoke to was going to die in prison. And then as I'm sitting there talking to them, I start realizing what we take for granted. Even getting a burger at Carl's Jr., or drinking a coffee, going to Big Bear, or just small things like that, right? So I'm sitting in prison, and I'm like, I have a year to my sentence to be over. I didn't get paroled, and I have nowhere to go. I have no family to go to. I have no money. I have nothing. I have nothing. So when I walk out that door, I have nothing. But I didn't look at it like as if I had nothing. I started realizing that I had a fresh start. And then it wasn't until prison, when I sat and talked to all these people that were never going home, I started realizing that I could be anything I wanted to be. That I could do anything I wanted to do.
Cool.
And that's where, that brings me to the next part, is like, well, where do you start? You know, but the cool thing is that I had another chance to.
And where did you start, bro? Because like, you do have a lot of and you brought that up. Let's talk about that real quick. You started cutting. So you cut hair, huh? Do you have your own shop?
I have my own barber shop. Yeah.
That's cool. Talk about your shop.
So
and talk about your brand, bro. Real quick. I'm tripping. I'm not sure if I saw that, because it takes me a month or two to get my haircut. Okay. And I went to right here down the street. I think it's called Faded, right here.
Shout out Faded Barbershop. I know Mando and Jose over there. What's up,
and
guys?
I think I saw it right there. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but I think I did.
Well, you know, sure. It's interesting because, you know, from coast to coast and even in other countries, people buy it.
Nice.
And so
it's a pomade.
It's a pomade. So it trip out. So, but it's interesting because it's not like I didn't wake up one day and said, I'm going to sell pomade, right? It didn't work that way. I worked construction, and I, you know, I worked everywhere, and I became really good doing concrete. And then I worked in Kentucky. There was no work here, so I had to go live in Kentucky for a little while.
Oh.
I was just everywhere, man, looking for work, right? So then I finished working construction, and then I got into cutting hair, but I had always cut hair on the side because I would shave my head and shave everybody else's head and practice little, you know, bullshit.
So did you learn outside or in jail?
I learned in jail.
Oh, okay.
In jails when I started cutting hair. And then I would practice on the homies, you know, like doing fades. Now, looking back on the haircuts, they were terrible. They were absolute garbage. And so I started doing that. I started, you know, doing haircuts and doing it. And then once I got into haircutting and I became really good, I was like, man, you know, I was really inspired by Suavecito. Because Suavecito is from Santana. And ironically, they grew up not far from me in the Santanita neighborhood. And me, I was like, man, I'm going to start doing my own thing. And so, but like, Suavecito, shout out Suavecito, but it didn't fit me. The calavera, you know, it wasn't my thing. So I was like, I want to make a brand that's more what I can relate to. And so, but that wasn't until years after of me cutting hair that I decided to like, let me figure out a different way to get into something else. And then once I got into this monster, I call this monster because that brought on a world of shit I didn't know, you know, and as far as in business.
Oh, okay.
And dealing with understanding business and understanding personalities. You know, Instagram, I feel like Instagram, everybody's famous on Instagram. Yeah. Everybody's a big fucking deal on Instagram. And some of these people that I've met that have 100, 200,000 followers are broke. And you try to talk business to them, and their only leverage above you is, well, I have 200,000 followers. I have 15,000 followers, whatever it is. You know what I mean? But they really treat that like a chip in the game. And in a sense, you're right, because then you wouldn't be talking business with them in the first fucking place. Yeah, so in a sense, you know, they're leveraging what they got.
I don't know too much about that, but I got a homie that told me he's a rapper too. He was like, hey, doesn't matter how many followers you have, it's how many of those people go to your show.
How authentic it is.
Yeah.
How authentic it is.
Who's really gonna go to your show? You can have 1,000 followers, 1,000,000 followers, but when you throw a show, were you gonna rap?
Walk in.
How many people are really gonna go?
That's very true. And I think people don't understand how important the authenticity is of how many people fuck with you. Yeah. Because people will follow you just to see what you're fucking doing. Yeah. To mimic what you got going on, or see who you follow, who you talk, who you tag, but they don't really fuck with you.
And right now, you got your own barbershop, bro, right?
Yes.
Where is it located at?
It's 6200 Pegasus Drive, Riverside, California.
There you go. Write it down. I'm gonna go up there and cut my hair. It's hard. Hey, I'm not picky, but these past times, everything's going up. You know, price wise.
Yeah.
So now it's like, yeah, I don't mind paying, but better cut my hair right. You know.
No, you got it. Got to be on point. It got to be on point. Yeah. I think in the barber game, I think, you know, aside from products, brands, barbers that promote clippers and all that bullshit, all that's great. But I think people have lost sight of just being good as what you do. I don't care if you're a chef, just cook right. Even if you do construction, you're a framer or a drywall, just do your job right.
It's not all the other pan. Shit.
Yeah,
it's not the pan that's cooking. It's you, right?
It's you. It's so people lose sight of what the true meaning is of what you're doing, you know. And so cool. You gotta love what you do, and it'll reflect in your work.
You also told me you're a rapper.
Used to be a rapper.
How was that for you, man?
Man, that was very interesting. I think that was a very interesting journey of mine, endeavor of mine, whatever you want to call it, because I generally love rapping. I love it. Whether or not I'm any good at it, that's a whole nother story.
Okay.
You know, I'm probably terrible. I mean, you could check out music of mine that's on YouTube, videos I've done. I don't think I was ever really good. But one of the things that was interesting for me as being a rapper, because I love hip hop. Like, I love hip hop. There's just no way around it. Like, I love rap, right? But rapping was like, most of my music at first was done like in like the Atlanta scene.
Oh, okay.
And so I think it was confusing for people, even for myself. It was kind of like an identity crisis.
So your rap, you were into or you were rapping in Atlanta? I didn't.
Oh, no. I was in Atlanta.
Oh, damn.
So and drugs took me out that way.
Oh.
Not me doing them, just
the business.
The business of it took me out that way.
Oh,
and
damn.
So I found myself working with the local people, right, in Atlanta, right? Shout out Atlanta, you
Actually,
know.
hey,
No worries.
all right. So the Atlanta scene, Go
So
ahead.
yeah, so I'm making music in Atlanta, right? So I start working with the people in Atlanta, beat makers, engineers, things like that, right? So here I am, a Chicano from California, making music in Atlanta. So the vibe is completely different, especially like when you come from Santana. It's one thing if you come from like LA, IE, San Diego, but when you come from Santana, our main primarily focus that most of us grew up with are three things: funk, corridos, and oldies. That's what we know. That's what we know.
Hey, that's a trip because let me pause for that real quick. When I was younger, I was painting and I met some guy from LA. He's like, I live like 5 minutes from the Dodger Stadium in the hood and downtown.
Echo Park, right.
I don't remember where, but he was an older cat too. And but Santana is the funk, bro. You know, like
right.
I was still younger, but I used to collect a lot of funk. And while we were painting,
that's what you listen to.
This guy, he would bring a lot of bud. He was a stoner. He would bring a lot of bud to work. So he's like, in the morning, he's like, Kale. So while we were, I don't think that the iPhones were still there, or like the downloading stuff. So we put our cars as close as we can,
right,
and play it, and that fool would be like, we don't hear this up there, bro.
They don't.
We don't hear this up there.
They don't.
I'm like, for real? It's LA. He's like, yeah. Hey, burn me some of that stuff.
It's interesting, and I learned that in the pen. Was like we'd be like on the tier with the homies, and like some of us would get like some funk, and we listen to it, and the dudes from LA be like, yo, what the fuck is that? And I was like tripping out. Like a lot of them, they know what it is. It's not like they haven't heard it, but it's like interesting. Like they're like, it's not their sound as much as the we claim it. In Orange County, right? In Santana, at least, right? I can't speak for Anaheim and Fullerton, but when it comes to Santa Ana, it's funk. So here I am in Atlanta making music. I get from over there to back over here with my music, and I'm like, all right, fuck yeah, like I'm feeling it. But then all the homies over here are just like, the fuck is this? The fuck is this? Like they like I found myself like it was too. Like, and I wasn't trying to be Moreno. I don't use the N word in my music. I don't try to be anything more than who I am as a person. And I found myself in a kind of an identity crisis situation because it was too West Coast for Atlanta, and it was too Atlanta for Santana at West Coast.
Santana,
Yeah. And so then I started finding myself in a situation where like, well, fuck, like, who is my target audience? Because the Morenos, shout out to Morenos. I love the Morenos. You know what I'm saying? Like, my wife's a Morena, right? But they're not gonna ever accept you the way they accept theirs.
Yeah.
And then the raza ain't gonna accept you if you don't sound like
them.
Yeah.
Them. Yeah, I know what you mean on that one.
And it was a very interesting thing for me. I think one of the finally I was at a lowrider show. And I was handing out my mixtape. Rented a booth and everything, was giving out my mixtape. And just like I could just tell Like when I would like listen, like the homies listen to what they were listening to, like my music just wasn't resonating with them. And I understood because it wasn't, so, after a while of pumping so much money into it, I was just like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay to not succeed in that part. It's okay to fail. You know what I'm saying? But take that failure of what you understood in business and learn when to say, ¿sabes qué? I love this, but this isn't meant for me on a business level. It's okay. Let's move on to something else.
Cool. What else did you move to, bro? Because I see you got a couple things going. So what was that? What was the next? You went to jail. What was your move, bro? Was that rapping or was it barber or what was it?
It was none of that. It was
none of that.
No, it was none of that. It was none of that. It was fuck. What was it? It was So I started throwing events. I was throwing events before any of that.
What kind of events?
So like I would try to do like I would rent like a place, for example, and then I put a DJ and just throw this event.
Oh, like promoter kind of?
In a sense. But then like I learned really early on if your pockets don't match to do the event, again, it's another expensive business. Don't fuck with it. Then I kept doing that. That wasn't going nowhere. Started selling food, hot dogs and shit like that. Wasn't going anywhere. And I was always and then it was interesting, right? So watch this. I'm not working. I'm laid off. I'm working at a strip club as a bouncer. Oh.
That's already like 10 things you threw out there, bro.
Hey, I'm telling you, I don't think people understand, man. Like when you start getting something, homie, the successful person you see, and I don't mean it like me, right? I mean in anybody. Ask them how many L's they took before they made it to who they are.
Yeah.
And I did so many shit, and I was just like constantly telling myself whenever I was like feeling like shit or didn't really know where I was gonna go, I just kept saying to myself, "Hey, at least I'm out here.
Yeah.
At least I get a shot. I didn't die like the other homies.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
didn't stay in the pen for life like the other homies. I still have another opportunity. Like every day was another opportunity for me to reach a goal.
And that's cool, man, because it's I see myself kind of in that position. I'm saying I haven't stuck to one thing. That I've done a lot, maybe not, but I haven't stuck to one thing, and I haven't maybe failed in one thing, but I haven't like took it to an extreme. But I think I'm cool where I'm at right now. Well, I think I'm cool.
The thing I always tell people, I think the hardest thing in anything, I don't care whether it's going to the gym, I don't care if even driving to work. The hardest part is getting up and say, I'm going to do it. That's the hardest fucking part there is in anything. It's like when you want to meet a girl back in the day. Like now I know motherfuckers just be like hitting motherfuckers, sliding in bitches DMs and shit. But in my day, and not to sound old, but like you had to walk up to a woman, right? And be like, hi, what's your name? That's the hardest fucking part. If you can get past that part in anything, whether it's just fucking anything, if you can just get up and say, I'm going to start. That's it. That's all it is.
Pretty much even like not to throw shade, but I'm going to go apply at McDonald's. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part. That's the hardest part. That's the hardest part. And when you learn to say, look, I'm just going to do it, good or bad, no matter how embarrassing, no matter how small, no matter how idiotic the idea or extreme the idea might seem, it just starts with you saying, I'm going to do it.
Do you say, let me ask you this. It's 2021, things are different, I guess, in many ways for everyone. But let's just say again, McDonald's. What would you get more out of it? Applying online or getting up to and walking over there and asking? What do you think is
in person?
More
person.
Gaining
in person,
right?
Yeah, because the thing is that you can apply online, and they don't know who you are, right? But they'll reach out, right? Yeah. McDonald's always hiring, right? Yeah. But they'll get back to you in a timely manner or whenever they feel like it. But when you go in person, you're doing to them what people do to you instead of texting you and they call you instead. You put them on the spot. And look, I want a fucking answer right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and it shows they could see. I'm actually reading a book. I'm reading a book, and right now, I don't know. It's called The Magic. What is it called? The Magic of Thinking Big. But hey, and I still think like that, bro, because I think I've never applied for a job online, to be honest.
Okay.
And I've had many jobs. I go out there and, hey, are you guys hiring? You know, obviously you have to come with some respect, you know. And I still believe that's because I have a little girl. Pues their mind, they're seeing other kids being taught different, you know, and all that just accumulates in their lifestyle. Even if you tell them something, but I still try to put it in my daughter, like, if you gotta tell somebody, call them. You know, right. Call your friend, call her. If you need something, call her, or tell them tomorrow, instead of, you know, texting, because it's kind of a trend, pretty much. You know what I mean? It's kind of a trend. But right now, so you got a business, you got your barbershop, you got a product, not merch, a product. I mean, you probably got merch too.
I got merch too, right.
Like t-shirts, hats,
t-shirts,
like
hats, the whole thing.
But this is different, bro.
That's what I was shooting for. One of the things that I kept talking to people about, like when they were trying to start a business or trying to do anything, I kept telling them, like, listen, look, Esther, if I work at McDonald's and I have no money, but I need to start something, then I'm gonna start with t-shirts. There's nothing wrong in that. There's nothing wrong with that. But when I found myself in a situation where I could afford to do a little bit bigger or go a little bit in a different direction than the actual norm, then I created a product, a brand.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter if you can afford it, and it doesn't matter how big or how small. If you want it, you just take baby steps to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like McDonald's, like we keep going back to McDonald's, but McDonald's is a perfect reference. Because McDonald's, let's go Carl's Jr.
Okay, yeah.
All right,
I like throwing it because that you've seen that topic get thrown probably all your life. You know, McDonald's.
Well, look, Carl's Jr. started off selling tamales and hot dogs. This motherfucker borrowed $3,000. Carl's Kletcher borrowed $3,000 or $600 against his Plymouth for a hamburger stand, but he wasn't selling hamburgers. He was selling tamales and hot dogs. Think about how fucking tamales.
Oh, I don't know that one because I saw the movie.
No. I'm talking about Carl's Jr.
Oh, okay.
And so think about how fucking
back
nuts.
To McDonald's.
Think about how fucking nuts this white guy was when he told his family, I'm gonna go sell fucking tamales and hot dogs. That was fucking way out there. Now let's fast forward to 2021. The fucking family's a billionaire. So what I'm saying is, no matter how stupid or how small or how extreme or how whatever your idea is, if you want it, you can fucking get it.
And I agree with you on that one, man. I agree with you on that one. It's cool that I brought you in, man. And once again, I appreciate you coming through. Cause I believe we needed that. We grew up with a mentality where you're at is cool. And well, I seen that. Maybe not everybody, obviously not everybody, but I got to see and in my household, you know, just work and do your thing, and you'll be all right. You know, pay your bills.
And you know what? Hold on, and let me, because you touched on a subject that I think we need to get that out there. And because Instagram got everybody's heads fucked up. It's okay to have a job. It's okay to have a job, and it's okay not to own a business, have a brand, a product. It's okay to have a job and pay bills. Because I feel like Instagram got everybody's heads fucked up that if you don't have this, you're losing in life. And that's not true. Because it's what you do with your money that matters. I hear this stupid saying all the time, and I gotta touch on it because people are always saying, if you're not building your dream, you're building somebody else's. That's not true. That's not true. Everybody's building somebody else's fucking dream. The whole world is building somebody.
Boss, huh?
Everybody has a boss, homie. I don't care what it is. You answer to somebody.
Yeah.
I'm not, motherfucker, I gotta answer to the bills.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta answer to Spectrum. I gotta answer to motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, AAA.
To the guy who's cutting your haircut, right? Who you get cutting your hair.
Everybody gotta answer to somebody.
Yeah.
And so what I'm saying is, it's okay to have a job. Yeah. It's okay to not own a business. But what I'm saying is, it's what you do with your money. If you got a pad and you have somewhere to lay your head, and you got a bitch under the covers with you, and you got food and Wi-Fi and cable and all that good shit, hey, that's a beautiful fucking thing.
Yeah.
And people overlook that because they look at Instagram and see somebody fucking with bitches in a Lambo, fucking this and this and that, and they're not understanding that it's okay. Like, everybody has their own journey.
Yeah.
Not everybody's meant to be a rapper. Not everybody's meant to be a porn star. Not everybody's meant for all this. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be a normal fucking person. Like, for some reason, it became like, now, like, if you're not a celebrity, you're not cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to be a regular fucking person.
Yeah. Trying to get this live thing going on too, bro. They told me, like the two people are telling me, hey, no se oye nada.
Oh, don't worry,
so
don't
hopefully, yeah, but hey, it's true. Everybody,
Taylor,
everybody's like,
it's okay to be a regular person, homie.
Yeah, that too.
Everybody, it's okay to be a regular person. You know, like let's go back to the women. The women heads are all fucked up because if they don't have a big old ass, the BBL or whatever, the BBW or BBL, whatever the fuck it's called. What's it called? BB.
Well, I don't know. You probably know more than I do, bro.
But what I'm saying is, like, if the women feel like if they don't have this thing going on, like, it's like if they're not pretty.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
It's just a trend, man. It's a trend, and it does have everybody messed up.
It got everything fucked up. The internet was a good thing, but it was a bad thing. It killed gangs. It killed a lot of shit, but it also brought a lot of bad and it brought a lot of good.
Yeah. Cause we're using all this. This is all internet. You know what I mean?
BBL.
At the end of the day.
Taylor Perry, what up, Taylor? BBL.
You got your answer, bro.
I hate on the BBL. I like the hands with the BBL.
Ahí está. What is it?
A BBL.
What does it stand for? Big beautiful ladies?
I think it's big. No,
I've heard of BBW.
What's it called?
Big beautiful woman.
What's a BBL stand for?
I don't know.
Big butt lipo. It's liposuction, no?
I don't know. Maybe, yeah. Pues sí. But yeah, it's. I'm new to this still, bro. Instagram this year is when I logged into an Instagram. You know.
Okay.
And I use it for this because it's like I had Facebook when it started.
Oh, hold on. I gotta cut you. Taylor says is a Brazilian butt lift.
Oh, Brazilian butt lift.
Shout out to Brazilian butt lift one time.
Okay.
Shout out BBL.
Okay.
Shout out to the BBL doctors. Salud.
Yeah, pues sí. I seen a couple. Pero yeah, I'm new to this, bro. To be honest, Instagram, I'm new to it. Like I said, this year is when I said I'm gonna make an account because of Facebook. People started. I don't like reading people's things. You know what I mean?
Right.
I got over that like right away. Everybody's posting this, posting that.
There's some motherfuckers out there that are getting it though. Like on Instagram, there's some motherfuckers that really fucking get it the way, you know, they really get it how they live. And again, we're not hating.
Yeah.
Definitely not for me.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I think Instagram got everybody's heads fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but see, I
you
think
know,
so. Yeah.
Everybody
I think so.
don't want to work.
I
Nobody.
think so.
No, it's not cool to have a job no more. It's not cool to be a trucker. It's not cool to be a fucking. Shout out to truckers, man. God damn, where would we be without those motherfuckers, man?
Yeah. Yeah. We got everything comes from those guys. You
Everything comes from them.
They
we
ship
wouldn't-
it. They're the FedEx. They're the first FedEx. You know.
Volume is off. Hold on.
Yeah. Oh, same thing. It's
Are you
happening.
eating the same shit? Let me see.
Same thing. Yeah.
Can you hear that
Shout
now?
out to MVP Mobile Wash. It's right here. The only viewer on my Instagram. Pero shout outs, bro. If you're still online, shout outs to you. He was here too. He was my first or second guest right here.
Okay.
So shout outs to him.
That's right.
Check out his video. What else you do, man? You so okay. You do we were talking about this earlier too, and I asked you if you've ever done a podcast, but you got you're launching something right now, and on top of that, aside from that, you have your. I thought it was your part of your group, but it's your team, the Block Report. So talk about that real quick.
So the blog report was something that hold on, let me restart the live. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. Who's in there? Ahí está MVP Mobile Prostitution. Oh no. Mobile Wash.
Let me see.
Spencer.
No, it's not.
100 puso. My only viewer. Shout out, bro. Shout out to you.
Let me see.
It's my compa right there.
Oh, shit. You on live? Okay. Let me try
Shout out to everybody that's been in here, man. You know, thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. Kovion in the house. Kovion the monster, right?
the monster, right? Let me
Check them out.
So the block report, believe it or not, is about 3 years old. And it was about 3 years old, and there was no, like, for 3 years it just kind of sat there. I created it. I came up with the name. I came up with the whole kills. What up, G? I had created this whole thing, but it just sat there for about 3 years. I was working on the trademark. I was working on all the other stuff, but I was busy running a business, so I couldn't really. I didn't have the time to focus on it, because shortly thereafter I opened up my business. I also was launching my line of men's grooming products. And what I found myself doing was I didn't have the time to devote. See, the problem, like I said earlier, is that there's not enough hours in the day to do something.
Okay, real quick. Men's grooming?
Yes, like, so the pomade, like, so the gel, the shave
so
gel,
okay,
maldito, all those things.
Okay, cool.
And so I didn't have the time to focus on that. So it wasn't until 2020 when everything, like, the world, like, was coming to an end and shit.
When you were at home for a little while?
I was chilling at the pad, and finally I called up Half Ounce, which is the guy who initially, like, he was the one swinging the idea with me as I was creating
Isn't that a rapper?
He's a rapper too. He's a rapper too.
He's from the LBC guys, right?
No. He's right there in Ontario.
Oh, okay. You know what? Now that you talk about him, because I seen him, but there is a Snoop Dogg always raps about Little Half Ounce.
Oh no, Half Dead, Little Half Dead.
No, but there is a Little Half Ounce.
Is it really?
Yeah. If you pay attention to the raps, Little Half Ounce.
Oh, shit,
I know that I've heard a Little Half Dead. I think so. Maybe I'm wrong, but I heard this from couple years back. That's why.
So then one day I call up Half Ounce and I said, Half, hey, I'm ready to do this again. He goes, what? I go, the blog report. Let's get the blog report going. So he's like, okay. And so he jumps in there with me and we start doing it. And so interestingly enough, go back 3 years, the very first person we interviewed on the blog report was Kicks. Right,
okay.
So Kicks,
I haven't heard of that guy.
Kicks, he's
rapper.
No, he was rapping. He had like his own thing going on with like the young and motivated, like the Yams, I believe. And so Kicks was the first person we interviewed. So fast forward 3.5 years later, when we were looking for another host, me and Half were sitting there, and I was like, you know what? Why don't we bring on Kicks? And then
and you do all this in your shop, right?
Yes.
Cause I seen it. I seen a couple videos, bro. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
And that's it. So we have the block report, and then
And what? So what'd you do? How did you get that name going?
You know what? It's interesting. When me and Half, we were sitting there, we were talking on the phone, and we were going back and forth between names, right? So at first we were like Hood Report, the Hood Edition. I mean, there was so many fucking bullshit, right? And then one day I was sitting, I forgot where, I was listening to a CD. And then it just kind of came to me at that point. And I was like, you know what? The block report. Cool, so I pick up the phone and I call Half and I go, Half, it's a block report. And then he was like, he's like, I don't know. I don't really like it. And I was like, nah, it sounds good. He goes, all right, that's what you want to do. I'm with it.
What trips me out, I don't know how long it goes, but maybe 2020, because you started this 2020, right? Or 2021? What'd you say right now? 2021? The block report?
Shit, it was
or it's been a while?
I don't know. It was we started at the end of 2020.
Okay. Yeah, so pretty much in this was a year or 2 years.
Right? I don't even fucking remember. I think it was towards the end, something like that.
Okay.
Towards the end.
Cuz I did see it, but I didn't know it was. Well, and like you were telling me, you're pretty much it's your movimientos, but you're behind the scenes.
I'm behind the scene, yeah.
But,
I'm behind the scene.
Yeah, and what tripped me out was I saw a few episodes in the past, like, well, maybe a year ago, in the beginning of the year, or maybe last year. But it tripped me out because I saw it, and I was like, oh, that's a barbershop. Cool. And I saw it,
I was utilizing what I had.
Yeah.
I was like, because initially Half Ounce had Firewalkers TV. And it was actually pretty successful. Like, he started getting up there and started, like, growing and climbing, doing his thing.
Yeah.
And then I thought what he was doing was dope, and I wanted to do the same thing, but in a different light. And then, I had all the equipment and the location. So I was like, because I think the location is, like, 80% of everything. It doesn't matter if you're it doesn't matter, like, what you're doing. If you don't have a location to do what you're doing, I don't give a fuck if it's selling hot dogs. I don't give a fuck if it's selling leggings. I used to have a business selling leggings. That's why I'm saying that, yeah. And so I don't give a fuck if you're slanging dope. If you don't have a location to run your business, you have no business. Like, location is everything. Like, where are you going to hold all this shit? Where are you going to bring these people? Like, you know what I'm saying? So we're sitting around the shop. I'm like, well, fuck, I got this fly ass shop. Why don't we do this shit here? And then that's how that came about.
Oh, that's dope, bro. And it is cool. It's a cool little scene because, well, not little, but I'm
It's a dope scene. No, I get you.
I'll be honest. I'm more of all my life I cut my hair at a beauty salon. All my life.
Well, I used to go to the beauty salons too because they had all the bitches.
I'm not saying they don't cut your hair wrong. I'm not saying that, but it's different when you start going.
It's a whole different environment.
It's a whole different
a barbershop versus a beauty salon is two different worlds.
And that's smart. Like I see it like, oh, that's cool because you can do your thing there. You could invite people to chop it up. Like
it's a manly environment.
Yeah, like the movie Barbershop. I remember seeing a quote. A haircut changes a man's view, or I forgot how they said it. Pero it's cool, bro. That's a smart idea. Like, why not hold something there? Like, put something on there and have a conversation. And the chairs are probably comfortable too.
And it's dope. It's dope, and it's so dope that a lot of people started copying us. It's all good though. It's all about the culture, and it's fun to just be able to do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
What's up, homies? What's up?
Échale. Es one homie, but ahí está mirando.
What's up, G?
Yeah, and that's cool, man. Hey, props to you, bro. Props to you. I give you much credit. Much credit, much support. It makes me happy Cause you got a location, you got a spot, you got your barber shop, you got. Do you do videos too?
Yeah.
How? Well, you told me you behind the scenes. So tell me a little bit about that real quick, and fade into that. So you do. Real quick, do you do music videos?
I do music videos.
Okay,
I do music videos. So to be very honest with you, all this shit I'm doing is not my goal. This is the stepping stone for my goal, right? And one of the things that I was really shooting for was making content, film. That's where my heart's at. I love music. I love all the stuff we do. And I'm very proud. And I'm very, like I say, I'm even just happy that I'm half the time I'm even in this shit I'm doing. But my thing is movie, film. I've always wanted to create movies.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, if you want to get into movies, well, you're not going to work at Foot Locker.
Like writing or just filming?
No, writing and filming.
Okay.
Both of it. And so whatever you want to do, whatever your goal is, whatever it is that you like, you have to build up to it. So if you want to film, then you're going to have to pick up a camera and start understanding angles and understanding lenses and understanding focuses and balances of white and all this other stuff that's involved in it. You know what I mean? So really it's because I want to get into film and content.
Okay, that's a good goal to
and again,
make a move on.
And you got to remember, at everything up until this point, including business, including music, including film, including a podcast, including a barbershop, a brand, all of this stuff, I've had no help. So all this shit is self-taught, self-made. And so with that, I've taken a lot of L's. I've had a lot of snakes in my camp. I've had a lot of bad apples around me. I've had a lot of money loss. I've had a lot of failure. But you take that failure and you just go, okay, that doesn't work. Let's not do that again. It's kind of like you go to the doctor and you tell the doctor, hey, doctor, it hurts when I do this. And the doctor says, all right, then don't do that again. That's basically what it is.
Well, hey, that's cool that you have that experience, man. And that can show everybody or anybody listening to this. Just because you fought doesn't mean it's done, right?
No. And the thing is that, like, shit, I'm going to say something that sounds crazy. And this not going to make sense until you're actively trying to do something. In order to be successful, you have to look ridiculous. You can't be successful without sounding and looking stupid. And like, try to think about that. If you tell somebody that you're going to do something and they have no idea what the fuck you're doing, and you explain to them, they don't understand, but that's not what God put in their heart to understand, because that's not their vision, that's your vision. Yeah. So you look stupid to the outside looking in.
Yeah.
So you do something not knowing what the fuck you're doing. And when you go and do what you're doing, you look really stupid because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And the whole time, see, in business, you never stop getting hit. Business is all about getting hit. What you end up doing in business is that you know how to counter the hit.
That's right.
You know how to absorb the hit.
There you go. Cool. Shh. Hey, are you a boxer too? Hey, are you? I don't know. See, I'm asking.
Because if you're bobbing and weaving, you ought to be weaving and bobbing. You know what I'm saying?
You might be a boxer too, man. You might be a boxer too. Okay. Earlier I said I have a question for you, pero I seen you work with a couple faces. Who can you say kind of you were mesmerized or like you gain respect or you learn? One person. I seen you with a couple faces. I mean, you don't have to say your name, but or you could say the experience. But what?
You know, in every single person I've worked with, every single one of them was unique in their own right.
Cool.
Okay?
Cool. Yeah.
Like my boy Westlife. Like, I'm gonna use Westlife for an example. Westlife is an individual who has this longevity of, you know, doing music, doing his thing, and with his time and experience, he only gets better. Okay. Then you take somebody like Cash. What up, G? Then you take like okay, Cash. He just joined my life. I'm gonna say something about Cash. Cash is like, the more and more music, that guy's worked with some big names, and the more and more music he makes, the better he gets. Like, he just keeps growing. His talent keeps growing. So every single person that I've worked with or talked with or sat down with, there's beauty in what they do, and everybody brings something to the table, and they're so dope and they're in what they do, that it's like, in a sense, it's beautiful to kick back and watch them and go, yo, that motherfucker's bad at what he does. And you know, I met people like in like, you know, every person I've worked with, I think they bring some kind of beauty in what they do, and you can't help but acknowledge it and go, man, you a bad motherfucker when you get on the microphone, when Cash is on the microphone, when Wes is making beats,
That's
when
true,
my boy
man.
Chubby Productions is making a video, when Cujo drops a bar, when Misfit does a beat or a verse, when Kicks does something. I mean, all these people, even Fabian, there's another one. What's up, Fabian? Like, Fabian is an amazing actor. He's he you know, he does his work, and you know, it's like everybody, they bring this beauty in what they do. They just have this beauty to what they do, and you can't help but just sometimes, like, I'll sit back and go, man, that motherfucker's bad at what he does.
Hey, and it's true, right? It's true. Hey, if someone's doing something and they're cool about it, like you said, everybody's unique in their own way, and that's cool, man. I've gotten that vibes from everybody that I've met right here, and even in when I rap, I've met a couple individuals, and it's like, in their own right, everybody's cool, man.
Everybody does. Everybody.
Everybody's cool.
And see, that's the thing, is that especially like what we need more in the Hispanic community. And when I say Hispanic, I don't just mean like Chicano, or I use the word Latino because I get confused, because, excuse me, not everybody's Mexican.
Yeah.
You know, you take some people are Bolivian, Colombian,
Yeah.
so Salvadorian. So I like to use the word Latino. Because saying Chicano would just keep it to one group. But we need more, like, look, nobody's gonna support us. So if we don't support each other from the inside out, I mean, we can ask for the fucking, hey, like me all day long, but if you don't start showing if it takes, you gotta give respect to get respect.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. It's como se dice, a golden rule, no?
And that's the thing, that people don't understand that no more.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to be like, oh no, if you got a pomade business, like, I know all the motherfuckers that own pomade, like A-Rod, Eric with Pacino, A-Rod with Level 3. You know, I know all these cats. Like, that doesn't mean like, oh, nah, I ain't gonna fuck with them because they got something that I got going on or in the same field. Nah, like, you have to be like, what's up, homie? Like, keep the connections good. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't because somebody's doing something. That's the problem with us as Latinos, or at least Chicanos. Like, we immediately want to hate on each other. And that shit needs to stop. Like, if you didn't learn it with gang banging, 2020 taught you that. 2020, when you want to go buy food at the store and there was no more food, that was the other Chicano or the other man showing you, fuck you and yours, I'm gonna do for me and mine's.
And this is what this channel's about, man. At the end of the day, I have a saying, somos uno. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I write that somos uno. At the end, we're all the same, bro. We're all the same people. It doesn't matter who's who. You can have money or not. You can have this or not. At the end, we're still the same.
We're all the same.
Yeah, at the end,
we're all the same, homie.
You could have a fro, or you could be bald. You're still the same. You know what I mean? We're still the same.
It's still the same. And I think people forgot. Just like it doesn't take a lot out of a motherfucker to be nice.
Yeah.
Just be nice, homie. Like, you don't gotta. It takes more energy to be a mean person than it is to be a nice person.
Yeah. It's easier. Yeah, it's easier. It is more work, but there's more benefit to it. It's like same thing. We gotta get out there. It's easier to not get out there and hate. It is easy, man. It is easy. Sometimes it's like, it's easy. It's like, man, I can hate on that, but instead, it's better. I think I always learned this, and my homie knows. I learned this. This was a valuable lesson to me. One of my homies, when we were young, had a car with airbags.
Okay.
Everybody started saying, that fool se cree.
Right, because he had bags.
I said, hey, bro, that's a bad ride.
Fuck yeah.
Dale.
Fuck yeah.
Everywhere with him.
Let me hit shotgun. Let me get shotgun shit.
I'm gonna talk to this girl, bro. Take the keys.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that learned a valuable lesson to me. That was a valuable lesson.
Look. Let me tell you something, and this is for everybody. Okay, look, understand this when I say this part. And if you didn't understand anything what the fuck I said, understand this part, because it's gonna go back to what you just said. It takes a lot of work to build a bridge, but it takes seconds to burn it.
Yeah.
And you're gonna need that motherfucker to go back and forth. Don't burn bridges. Be nice.
Yeah.
Even if you don't like the motherfucker, your personal opinion is irrelevant. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah. Any other things, man, that you got going on right now? What's your aparte from, you're saying you're trying to reach your goal to is it a goal to make movies?
Mm-hmm.
Write movies?
Yeah.
Okay. Aparte de eso, let's just say tomorrow. What future pues? What you got going on, or what are you working on?
So I got two things that are kind of like I have Dope Boy Bakery, and I have the West Coast Barber Lowrider Expo.
Oh damn. That's
a convention that's happening at the LA Convention Center. It was supposed to happen May it was Cinco de Mayo weekend of 2020, but then we all know what happened. The end of the world cave and that shit happened, right? And then but that's going down April 3rd. So I got the Lowrider
2022?
Yes. So it's a convention that I decided to bring together. I'm working on the trademark now. It's going to eventually be called Urban Con. And Urban Con is a mixture of lowriders, barbers, no worries.
I don't know what that was, but go ahead.
So it's lowriders, it's barber battles, beauty, makeup, anime, taggers, rap performances, DJ battle, art, tattoo artists. But you know what's interesting?
So you're an anime guy too, or what?
You know what? I'm not like. I'd be lying to you if I said like I know shit.
Yeah.
But when my daughters watch it, I'll kick back and watch it for a little bit.
It's an interest, but like.
Yeah, it's cool, But I understand that people like that stuff, so I said, "Fuck it, let's include it."
Yeah. Oh, that's dope.
So I put this big thing, and it's a convention of urban lifestyles.
Yeah. That's cool, man. That's cool. And
you know what's crazy? Let me
make
watch.
some plans for that.
Watch. Let me tell you this. As crazy as cool as it may sound, everybody hated it. I remember like when I was putting this together, and there's so many different industries involved, right? And me reaching out to all these people. First, you have the people scratching their head, going like, "I don't fucking know what this guy's talking about." Then the lowrider community. Shout out the lowrider community, but man, there's some tough apples. But I love the cultura. I love the culture. But a lot of people were just sitting there like, man, fuck this guy. This guy, fuck this dude. You're a culture vulture. Nah, motherfucker. I'm just like, everybody likes this shit. And I'm just trying to bring a new breath of fresh air into this industry.
Yeah.
Because I'm a fan of everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a fan. I'm a fucking fan. I mean, that's like you saying, I only eat tacos.
Yeah.
Quit lying. Motherfucker, you eat In-N-Out. You eat chicken sandwiches. You eat Subway sandwiches. You eat pasta and chicken Alfredo.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Cool. That's a cool way to see it. Yeah, that's a cool way to see it. For sure.
So Doughboy Bakery. That's another thing that's coming out pretty soon. Doughboy is a bakery that I have coming out, and it's like cookies and nothing like edibles. It's props like brown sugar and
pretty
shit.
much sweet, real sweets, pues. Real sweets. That's dope, bro. That's dope. Damn, that's nice, bro. That's nice. You got your thing going on, and that makes me happy. That makes me.
And you know,
respeto, pues.
I appreciate you, man. And like I said, in all these endeavors, whether it was you eat shrimp cocktails. I like shrimp cocktails. But they gotta be the Mexican style shrimp cocktails, because American style shrimp cocktails.
Shout out to Izzy Loco, bro. You're still on. Cool.
Hey, but you know, and everything that I do, just so people understand how real it is that I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know anybody. But I just jump in the mix and say, fuck you. I'm going to do it whether you like it or not. And no matter how stupid, no matter how fucking crazy I seem, I don't give two fucks. I make it happen. And if I fail, at least I failed doing something that I tried.
Yeah. Hey, can't hate on that, man. Can't hate.
When I was look, watch. I'm a bald-headed motherfucker. All right, watch this. I'm a bald-headed motherfucker. Do you know how fucking stupid I sounded when I said I'm gonna sell hair pomade? People looked at me like, this motherfucker's crazy. How a bald-headed motherfucker gonna go across the country, mind you? Kansas City, Detroit, Tennessee, Florida, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, all them states. I went there selling pomade. Missouri, St. Louis, Kansas City, Denver, Arizona. You know how fucking crazy I look to people? People were like, you go across the country selling hair pomade? I go, motherfucker, I'll sell water to a motherfucking whale if you tell me that's what I gotta fucking do.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
como dice, I come out in la movie, esa movie. I go to the forest and come out with the chinchilla coat.
No matter what I do, I don't care.
Yeah, that's
because
cool,
I got one life, and
that's how we're supposed to think.
I'm
that's
just
how
gonna
we're
get
supposed
it.
to think.
I'm just gonna get it.
I'm learning all
and
this
if
stuff too,
a motherfucker
man.
stands in my way, I don't honk the horn. I just simply go around you.
Yeah. Cool. No need for none of that. Just move away, huh?
Fuck, I'm gonna argue with the help.
That's a lesson right there, man. That's a lesson. You ain't gotta fight nobody. Just leave them alone.
Nobody likes you anyway. See, the thing is that life's not fair, but neither are the players, so you don't got an excuse.
Yeah. Any recommendations? Any shout? Any advice you want to give out to anybody listening stuck in the position where they don't know what they want to do, or they're thinking of something but they don't get up to do it? You know, any advice? Any recommendations?
You know, the only thing I can say, there's a couple things I could say to that. One, if you're afraid to do something, it's okay. Because half the time I wake up afraid. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That takes a lot for a man to say, man.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, that
I
takes a
don't
lot
know what the
for
fuck
a
I'm
man to
doing.
say.
Half the time, like when you talking to, like I talk to people, like now I got connection down at Interscope and Netflix. I know people now over there.
Damn.
But how'd I get that shit? I got that shit by me just going out there and talking to people, right? So you can't be afraid to just do something. And like I said, no matter how stupid you might seem, you think Jeff Bezos didn't sound fucking nuts when he said, I'm gonna sell books on the internet? The guy who created Amazon? Yeah. His bitch was like, damn, fuck, we're gonna lose every motherfucking thing. This motherfucker's gonna stop working to sell books out of the fucking garage. You know, I think it was Google started in the fucking garage. Uh-huh. So no matter how stupid, no matter how crazy, no matter how small, no matter how idiotic what you're doing, just do it. And if you fail, oh fucking well. And if people fall out with you, or people don't like you, or people talk shit about you, or try to put you down, who gives a fuck? Those motherfuckers gonna end up 6 feet in the motherfucking cemetery just as much as you are.
Yeah.
So don't pay attention to the negativity, because there's too much negativity out there any motherfucking way.
Yeah.
So if you focus on the bad, that's exactly what you're gonna get.
True. Hey, wise words, man. Wise words. If anybody's listening, don't worry about nobody.
Don't worry about nobody. Just do you.
Do you.
Just do you.
Do you. That's it.
Hey, everybody's gonna call you somewhere down the line as fake, as a liar, as a piece of shit. Everybody's gonna talk about you somehow, some way. Because why? Because they want to be who you are.
Yeah. They want what you want, right? Man.
Think about how many bitches hate on Kim Kardashian. Do you know how many of those bitches would love to be Kim Kardashian? They'd be, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. But they want to be Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, they want her lifestyle.
They want her lifestyle.
She's the original Instagram model, bro.
You know how many motherfuckers want to be somebody? Everybody want to be somebody.
Yeah.
And when they can't be you, what do? Man, fuck that fool.
Yeah.
I could fuck him up. That's the first thing they say.
You see,
that's the first thing they say.
You see,
I could fuck that fool up. He ain't shit.
Yeah.
Man, shit.
Con eso se llevan, just with that.
Sit the fuck down, man. Nobody likes anybody, homie.
Put it like this, bro. We are born and raised in a certain environment. I saw some guy the other day going to school and with his little girl holding his hand. And I haven't seen this guy in years, but he was all tatted up, and I didn't recognize him no more, bro. Literally. And I see him. I was going to school. He was coming out of the school, picking up his kids or whoever it was. And I was like, damn, this was dogging me. Usually I get mad. I'm like, what are you looking at? Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be gang related. It's just like, what are you looking at?
It's a sign of dominance. Yeah. Like they're trying to fucking be like, I'm.
Yeah. What are you looking at? But I said to myself, turn around. And then once I passed him, he's like, he called me by my name, Luis. And that's when I recognized them. And I was like, but imagine I was like, what? You know, like.
You were going to take it somewhere that it didn't have to be.
Yeah. And it was like, first time ever. I mean, not the first time ever, but still like, it was like, I swerved it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it doesn't have to be something that is not, or we don't have to go that route.
It's just that we're quick to just take it that way.
It's just we're born in that. It's the environment.
And it's the environment. And you know what I learned? That if you, watch this. If you let every person's look, attitude, or comment directed towards you, if you were to sit there and act on it, you would let other people control you.
Yeah.
Your whole life would be sitting here focused on a bunch of shit that doesn't even fucking matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It makes no fucking difference. So I've learned, just let it go. And that was an actual thing that I learned from my dad. Just let it go.
Let it go. Any shout outs you want to give out, bro?
Yeah, of course. Shout out my wife. You know what? If it wasn't for my wife, fuck, she's pulled me out of some ones, man. You know, my wife, definitely my wife. My wife has been my rock.
Cool.
You know, if you're a single dude and you're out there fucking around with different, you know, women, hey, fuck it, get it. But try to build with one woman. Try to build with one woman, because when you need it, you're gonna really appreciate having that person in your corner like nobody else.
You see?
And so shout out my wife one time, and shout out to my boys at the Block Report, you know, Kicks and fucking Half Ounce, and you know, and all the people that support me, even the people, because I still cut hair, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a lot of clients of mine that come through, you know, their money feeds my kids.
Yeah.
So customer service with me still is the number one priority. You know, just because I'm doing all this shit doesn't mean like fuck those people. They ain't shit. No. Those people feed my kids.
Yeah. So
shout out to all my customers that visit Maldito's barbershop. Shout out to all the barbers and everybody who purchased Maldito Pomade, and to everybody that's been on the Block Report. The Block Report wouldn't be the Block Report if nobody would be on the motherfucker. So shout out Lottie, King Cash, Namek, Baldacci. I mean, Hypnotic,
shout out to Lottie.
Cash,
Shout out to Lottie.
You know what I'm saying? All those cats, man. I mean, there's so many people. Rich G, Westlife, Ray Monique, Lumar Perez. I mean, there's so many people. All those people that made the Block Report just something that got me here talking about it. Much love and thank you.
Cool. Hey, real quick. You were at the Kid Frost show? Yes. I was there. That's where I met Larry.
Okay.
Were you taking pictures with him?
I was doing the camera work. I was doing there for Cash for his interview.
Okay. Because I took a picture with him. I don't know if
was that you?
He has a guy that took a picture.
That was me.
That was you?
Oh my God. Okay. I gotta look through the folder. Oh shit.
He took a picture of me.
Yeah.
And that's when I talked to him. And that's how we connected.
Oh shit. I gotta look through the shit for that. Cool.
And what a trip, huh? Because I was there and the Slim 400 thing.
I record, and that was crazy because that was the last live performance he did. And I recorded it.
Cool, man. That's dope.
That's deep, dope. Right?
Hey, and I saw what happened through you too. So
that's crazy,
a trip.
Right?
Yeah, I got scared, bro.
It's deep.
Like, it's deep. Like I was like, all right. My bad. The camera went out, but we're back at it.
So what you were saying?
The Slim 400 thing, but
so you know, that was very unfortunate, man.
Sucks, man. It sucks.
It does.
But hey. Thank you for coming through, man. I appreciate it.
No, thank
you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
To me, it's a blessing, you know, and I really appreciate it. I'm honored. Gracias for your story. Hopefully, we could do this again, maybe in the future.
Yeah, anytime.
You know,
anytime.
We'll let a couple things, and then we'll repeat and we'll see what was new from here to there. You know.
Yeah, of course.
Hopefully, you ¿cómo se dice? Progress and achieve whatever you want to achieve, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I
appreciate that. No hate for me. I like seeing Raza come up always. And this platform is not just for Raza. I call it Las Different Voices. It goes out for everybody.
It's neutral. It's neutral.
Yeah. But I focus on obviously, I know more Raza, or I have communication with Raza.
Right, of course.
Than other people.
Of course. But it makes it easier to.
But yeah,
I get you.
So hey. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Anytime. Thank you for having me.
And may you once again come do whatever you have to do. May you achieve it. May you complete it, pues. You know?
I appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me, man.
And once again, where real quick, where can they look you up at?
So can they find you? So you can check it out at www.malditopomade.com. You can swing by my shop at Maldito's Barbershop. That's the Instagram handle, Maldito Barbershop or Maldito Pomade. And then check us out on the Block Report. And
that's Instagram and YouTube.
Those are the Instagrams. Yeah, those are the Instagrams.
Okay.
And then April 3rd, Los Angeles Convention Center, the West Coast Barber Lowrider Expo.
Stay tuned for that. Send me some of your links if you can.
We'll do.
Possible.
We'll do.
Because I only have I have the block report and
And Kobe on
main
the Miles,
page,
that's just my personal
just you.
page. That's just my personal.
But
It's boring
if you want me to
stuff.
put
There's
something
nothing
on there,
boring. It's all boring stuff.
no, it's interesting. Hey, it really isn't, bro. It really isn't.
It, man.
Hey, but if there's something you want me to throw on there, send it to me.
I will.
I'll probably forget, but if you if you tell me verbally, but if you send it to me, for sure I'll put it.
Right on,
Send
man.
me a
I
link
appreciate
or
it.
something, and I'll put it. Otherwise, I'll just probably put that name right there.
Yeah, and these
Kobe.
are for you. These are for you. I brought these for you to keep so you can try it on your hair.
Thank you, man.
I should have
Thank-
brought the shave
hey,
John.
you
I
know what?
forgot it.
Thank you, bro.
No
The other
worries,
day,
man.
we have a gel right here that my wife bought. And the other day, I was like, I said, I just recently cut my hair. I was like, should I get something? But I was like, let me finish that first.
Thank you.
Hey, God me escuchó, yo creo, you know? and there it is. But hey, thank you once again, bro. I
Thank you for
appreciate it.
having me, man.
Thank you,
Appreciate
man.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, Kobian. Check that out. Check out the other episodes we got going on. Big Dwell coming at you sideways, como siempre. You never know who's gonna be here, so stay tuned for the next episode. Once again, thank you, man, and peace. Much love.
It's West Coast thing.
Ya saben.